What are we most excited about for the future? You know, the next, not too far out, but like what's coming next? Like, does it could be any one small thing, a huge thing? What are you most excited about?
Um, I would say, given the way that Better Days, the song, has just sort of unexpectedly blown all of our minds at radio. Um, Sean touched on it earlier. It's like literally the first number one the band has ever had. And we were all hoping that it would go to radio and do well. I think we were all thinking like, man, if it goes top 10, like that's
It's gonna be crazy.
amazing, right? Like we haven't done any
Yeah,
like
I thought that if it just charted and was like top
yes.
20, like kind of like hovering, we'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, that's a win.
Yeah. So we were all like could not be more blown away by the fact that it has done as well as it has. I am really looking forward to the next single, which I don't know if we're
Eh.
there's a song on Better Days called Bedroom Posters that we've been playing live, and it already is phenomenal live. The crowd singing, and it's been out on the internet for a short time, but it is going to be officially the next single, and I cannot wait to see how that goes, and then how that song live, as a result, gets even more incredible than it already has been.
Sick.
Josh,
Yeah, kind of the same as Mendez just said. I think, none of us expected to have a single on the radio again, especially a number one single, and just seeing what that even actually means in 2025 for a band.
Mhm.
Like what does that do
Yeah, I feel like we
for us?
still don't even
So
really
like,
know
like
what Better Days, being at number one as long as it has means yet. It's
yeah,
like
like
that
long
hasn't really
term,
played
what
out.
does that mean? And then if that happens again with another single, and then potentially again with another single,
Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
There
you
we
know,
go.
Yeah.
not getting our hopes up, but like just the fact that it even happened with Better Days, and it's insane to think about that. So I'm just excited for whatever that entails for the
Yeah.
near future. Man. Like
You know, the
whatever,
thing the thing about Better Days too, that's really if you really want to bend your brain, we all must, you know, bow down to Sublime and their return right now. And it's a natural like part of human evolution that if Sublime puts out a new song as Sublime, that they're going number one, and they are rightfully so. But Better Days has stayed number two behind them for 3 weeks straight now. And if Sublime had not put out a new song right now at this time in our lives, Better Days would be coming into a full 2 months at number one. I mean, that
What, what,
is
what was the stat? Like even at number two, we were tracking more spins than we were at number one.
We had the same. We had basically the same amount. We basically the same amount of spins as we had the first week at number one, just holding steady that whole time.
and that's not going to last forever, but it is just it's really amazing to put in perspective. Like the one band that's ahead of us is one of the most legendary alternative artists of our lifetime. And again, if they hadn't dropped the single at this right now over the summer, like we would just be we'd be the number one band on the radio for 2 months. That is not. I don't. Yeah, it's really hard to process. Um, Radio can mean whatever it means to you, a listener, or anyone in the world, but we are a little bit old school, and it means a lot to us. You know, it's like it's part of our DNA. We grew up listening to the radio, finding bands, music, and rock and roll through the radio. So this is not something that is lost on us, or that we take for granted, or that we're not completely blown away by. So just wanted to throw that in. Sean, what are you excited for?
I think for myself and for Yellow Card, I, as you guys know, probably am the biggest optimist in the band, and
Without question.
I think I want to make sure that you guys are balanced out. There's three of you, kind of realist, pessimist. There's just one of me. Like I'm I'm outnumbered. I think my favorite part of this chapter for Yellow Card and for Better Days is if I had one thing that I was afraid of is that there would be like a more recent ending. Like we don't have to know the answer. We don't know how have to know how long this is, but I didn't think that it would be 2 incredible years and maybe I'd have to go back and get a job again or whatever. And
Mhm.
I kind of thought this would be the time where I'd have to like turn that page and be like, okay, well, let's figure something out. I think the most exciting part is that like this chapter of Better Days means that we get to play more yellow card shows. And I think the moment of these yellow card shows and putting these songs in our fans' hands, like really out of our control, and it kind of takes up its own space and they become their own thing and they become part of our show. But really it just means that we get to play more shows and we get to see more fans and we get to see each other. And I get to support you guys playing music and you guys support me playing music because sometimes it's hard and life's hard, but like these yellow card moments have been really good. And so like that's what I'm really excited about.
Hell yeah, brother. Um, I will. Mine's not quite as grand as that. That was really well said. But I'm so excited for the video for bedroom
I
posters.
knew that's what you were gonna say.
And this again, here I go talking. I'm the singer, and I'm talking about myself and the stuff that I do. But I've always kind of said, that when it comes to visuals, whether it be album art or music videos or whatever it is, that unless someone, a director or an art director the album art or whatever, brings a concept or something to us where I can jump in, then it's just it's always been just off to the races. I'm like, no, we'll change that, do that, this, that, Ocean Avenue. Mark Webb, the director of that video, came with that out of a stack of music video treatments this high that were all, half pipes and like it was just like a Hollister commercial after one after the other, all those treatments. And then this one just jumped out and it was so cool in terms of what it did and like the repeating the same thing, emulating the film Run Lola Run and all, it was just so rad and different. It stood out, but it didn't have any of the kind of Guy Ritchie like Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrel costumes in it. It didn't have the muscle cars in the garage in it. A lot of that stuff came through reading that treatment and I just got in my movie brain and was like, let's do this, that, whatever, So that's kind of how it's always happened for me. But with this process, I think I have felt just so unbelievably inspired to be in Yellow Card again, which I didn't know if that was going to happen for me or not. When we got into new music, really is where, when we got into like again that post anniversary tour. Now we have to do this for real. Um, but I woke up with the idea for Better Days in a Blockbuster video and us all dressed up as our favorite movie characters and having a bunch of angsty teenagers destroy the place around us while we played. I woke up with that in the middle of the night in my head and wrote it on a note in my phone so that I could get into it the next day. That's like never happened to me before. And very similar thing has happened with what we're doing for bedroom posters. I had a thought about what it should be and what it should look like. We're working with a really close, dear friend of ours named Robbie Mooring, who has become just an unbelievable producer and director in his career in Los Angeles. He kind of came out to LA with us back in 2000, 2001 when we packed the
This is
van
my
and left.
roommate in 3 years.
Yes, when we packed the van and left home in Jacksonville, Robbie was down for that adventure and came out and got into film and producing. And he started out as a PA, a production assistant, collecting walkie-talkies and taking the trash out, and now he produces Acura commercials and directs, shorts and does just everything under the sun. Anyways, he is working with us just as a friend and as a brother, and um, you can tell how excited he is to create this thing with us. And so it's almost like a reverse thing of what I mentioned about Mark and Ocean Avenue, where he kind of had this general concept, and then I jumped in and was like, what if we all dressed up like a Guy Ritchie movie, or what if this and that? It's kind of opposite where I brought Robbie, and I'm not going to spoil what the video is, but I said, hey dude, do you think we could pull this off? He has now gone, well, what if we did it like this? And what if this happened? And every single idea we've all been like, dude, yes, that's going to take it over the top. And for us to have, granted, we haven't made this video yet and no one's seen it, but the response to the video for Better Days was, in my opinion, was like Ocean Avenue level in terms of how just stoked people were to watch it over and over again and feel a sense of connection with us as a band. They can feel the connectivity between the four of us in the video. It's been a long time since we made a visual like that, and I think we're about to go back to back. I think we're about to make a video that is going
Run
to,
it back, baby.
yes, I think we're about to make a visual that people are going to feel so spoken to by, in a sense of like, we do this with you as fans of our band. We make this music and these videos for you. We want you to feel included and seen by these things that we do. I really think this video is going to move people in a cool way. Just thinking about it like moves me in my inner teenage person, which is what this video is going to be all about. All of us, how we just started playing music in the first place and why. That's really the core of this thing, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. So that's mine.